Okay, so it's currently 12 o'clock and we leave from Lanzarote in about 45 minutes. I think literally in the last 5 minutes the nerves have just kicked in a bit. I can feel it in my voice, or hear it in my voice. Yeah, I really do feel like the boat is ready, I'm ready. Loads of support from everybody. It's been a great 10 days. Can't wait to get going. Right, gotta go and try and save my bowsprit. Okay, so I am now about nearly 2 weeks into the passage from Lanzarote to Antigua. So first couple of days were great. Second night got into a lot of wind coming out of the acceleration zone between Gran Canaria and Tenerife. And at that time we probably had, I'd guess, maybe 35 knots of wind. There was a little repair that I had to make to the sail, but that was fine, got that sorted. Seeing a little bit of wildlife. I saw something called a red-billed tropic bird, which came to visit me 4 times, was looking to get a rest on the boat but couldn't find anywhere to sit. But that was very unusual. It looks like a sort of big tern, but with a great big long tail. So that was very exciting. Haven't seen any dolphins, haven't seen any whales. Food-wise, fine really. I love sardines, so I'm just chewing my way through loads of sardines and then a little bit of dried food, but mainly I've gone through all the fresh food, but it's fine. I tend to have a little nip of whiskey at night if I'm feeling okay, so that's something to look forward to at about 6 o'clock. And that gives a sort of end to the day shift, and we start the night shift after that. I had a very confused seas once we were in the Atlantic, and had to go and had 8 sail changes to do one evening, and unfortunately I lost my handhold and swung round and cracked my ribs on the top of the cockpit seat. And they were sort of okay for a day, and then I went out the next evening, so 24 hours later, and I twisted my upper body fully round to try and do something, and I heard a pop or two or a rip or two or something or other, and that was very painful, and unfortunately that had cracked the ribs, and that has caused a few problems. It's sort of low level pain. It's fine. I've got painkillers. The EMSOS doctors have been really good to keep me right, and Kerry's been really good to keep me right too, so it's fine, but it's just restricted me, and that's not been great. The other thing that happened is I dropped my spinnaker pole, came into the cabin to get some tape, and the boat went over, a big wave hit it, and I came into the cockpit and no longer was there a spinnaker pole there. I screamed and shouted and screamed and shouted for about 20 minutes. That's been the low point, even lower than cracking my ribs, frankly. It was just very, very annoying. So very quiet, being able to get lots of sleep, maybe sleeping maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours each go. But frankly, I'd sleep longer if I didn't wake up, but so that's been good. Reading a bit, listening to a bit of music, it's all good. Bring on Antigua. It's been a long passage already, and it will be a much longer passage. I'm not quite halfway, ready to get there. Happy I'm feeling a bit better now that my ribs are starting to behave, and all good. So this is about a week before we get back to Antigua, or get to Antigua. I could end up coming 6th, which I've got lots of excuses why I haven't done any better. I broke some ribs, which of course I did on purpose so that I had a good excuse. I nearly lost the sail. You know, lots. I've written down about 30 excuses, so that's good. But what I don't want to do, I've got 3 guys really close behind. So what I don't want to do is take my foot off the gas and let them come past. So I'm keeping an eye behind, seeing if they're there. So we've got to do a little bit of pushing today. See how we get on. Okay, bye. Uh, 25 miles left to go to get into Antigua. So yeah, probably underestimated how tough it was going to be. My first long passage, learnt tons, really looking forward to sleep, a wash, a beer, a swim, and clean the boat, and just regroup. I've started looking at the passage to Panama, so looking forward to that, but to be honest I can't really get my head around that until I get some rest. I'm slightly treading on water at the moment and need to get some rest. So really looking forward to seeing the rest of the guys, and I'll check in a little bit later.